All right, good morning, everyone. We're here for calendar call this morning. Do I have the state announcer present? Thank you. All right, I know Ms. Woodley has to go to Judge Brown's courtroom this morning. Good morning.
Yes, I've only got 3 on the docket today.
All right.
Thank you for taking me out of work since I'm going to be in 2 courtrooms this morning. The first one is Kenneth Tanksley in 20 CT 271. It shouldn't show up showing on your docket yet. We did a SIP to continue. I'm not sure if it's showing up on your docket. It is. It is?
Thank you.
Yes. I did just get a global resolution for a felony case, so there does need to be some further discussion with this felony attorney.
Did you send over a proposed order?
I sent the motion in, but I'll double check on whether the order got sent in or not.
Do you want to prepare one now?
Certainly. Do you mind if it's in paper form, or do you want me to email?
That's fine.
Paper sign.
And where are we continuing this to, Ms. Woodley?
The next pre-trial.
All right, and it looks like the state's in agreement.
Is that right?
It looks like the state's in agreement with this, was stipulated to motion to continue and continue it to the next pretrial.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so that'll be April 1st at 9 o'clock.
All right. Cerise Struck, 20 MM 532. Unfortunately, I don't have any representation for this client. They're in contact to the devotion bailout, and for today's purposes, I don't have any representation for her.
All right, what would the state like to do?
Your Honor, for Cerise Struck, we found out that the defendant's deceased back in March.
That's
So the state went off to no crossing. Case number 20 MM 532.
All right, thank you.
that would bring us to Timothy Unstipper in 19 MM 1933. This is a question I actually have for the state. If someone in diversion cannot afford the full amount, do they have the full 4 months? I've been getting feedback from Mr. Cruz that they need to pay the full amount the first day. And I was under the impression that they have the full 4 months to pay, and I'm getting a different response. I would ask.
I wouldn't know the answer to those questions.
He has a full 4 months to pay the restitution, but I believe for the diversion program, he has to pay it off the first day.
Okay. He does want to enter diversion, he just doesn't have the money to. So I'm asking for a continuance. I don't know where the state's influence. And that would be for the him to come up with the money for the diversion contract.
I mean, we would like for him to go and make an appointment today before we could agree to continue, but we don't have the money now.
And that's the problem. He could sign a contract, he just doesn't have the $275, $300.
I thought that county probation wasn't requiring the full amount if they could show that they,
That's what I thought.
maybe you need to meet with Mr. Cruz.
I was always told that that was, and I'm not sure when that changed, but I was always under that impression too.
Judge, I can tell you from our perspective, Mr. Cruz will not let anybody sign up unless they have money in hand.
But there's an exception when the client is indigent and represented by the PD's office. I know that for a fact. So
That's what I thought
there is
too.
an exception.
Thank you.
And I've always had that, I've always been under that impression when I went out with clients too, but this client, that's not the case. He's being told that he has to come with full amount.
Like Mr. Barron said, that I believe that if he is qualifying, he can, if he waive the fee, he does like community service hours or something like
It's
that.
not the full, it's half of it waived for community service hours, not the full amount. Which I've had other clients do where they'll just come in with $75 for the diversion contract and then the other 75 will be community service, but for him, they're not working with him.
Is the state still offering diversion?
If he makes an appointment today, yes.
And he is here, he is present.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
If you give me the end of the day, and today's the last day to do it, I can come up until the end of the day. I can
Well, I don't
run.
want to make him unrealistic goals. He doesn't have a lot of money, so I don't want you to make people go on record for, I know you want to do that, but. Be careful making.
All right, so let me look at the calendar. I have a special set next Monday. We want to continue it there and see where we're at.
And that would give him an opportunity to see what he can do for money. And that would be appropriate.
And the state asked for put a deadline on it, to sign up for diversion within the next week, and he says he can want the money today. I would like for him to put it today.
Okay, Madam Clerk, let's continue this to Monday, March 15th at 9 o'clock.
What type of proceeding is that?
It's a special set, so it's probably not going to show up on here. We can call it.
I see. It's a trial.
Okay, yeah, it should be a trial document. Okay. All right, so Mr. Owensford, that'll give you till Monday to sign up for that,
I
okay?
appreciate that, Your Honor.
All right, and then we'll see where we're at, and if he hasn't gotten signed up, then we'll discuss trial. Okay,
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
all right, thank you, sir. We'll have you sign for that.
And that's all my cases I have on the docket, Your Honor. If I can be excused to Judge Brown's courtroom.
You may. Thank you, Ms.
Thank
Woodley.
you so much. Have a good day.
You too.
Your order for.
All right. All right, let me go to Ms. Upson. Lorenzo Hernandez, case number 19 MM2305. Good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor. The state and Ms. Lorenzo have reached an agreement in this case.
Okay.
I really didn't think I would ever say those words. Mr. Stewart.
I know that you've been ready for trial for quite a while.
Yes, and this is the case that, where we had the whole day long injunction hearing. So the fact that the parties have come to an agreement is pretty amazing. Having said that, we did tell Mr. Stewart that Mr. Lorenzo would ask for at least 3 weeks before entering the plea. And Mr. Stewart indicated that he would not have an objection to that. So,
All right.
he will enter the plea the next time here. I may do a plea of absentia for him, but we would ask that this be set out of a month out, and then we should be ready.
You said it would be a plea in absentia?
That's probably what I will do, because he is out of Miami. I had him come today just in case Your Honor didn't grant the continuance, but.
Okay. You want to go to April 9th at 9 o'clock for a plea, and that could either be in person or in absentia?
Yes, that's perfect.
Any objection?
Okay.
All right, so we'll continue it to April 9th at 9 o'clock. It's a status docket, yes. Yeah, it's a hearing docket. It may say hearing. All right, thank you, Ms. Upson. All right, we go to Mr. Casassa. Good morning.
Hey, Judge.
First one you've got is Jose Luis Davila Silvera, 19 CT 3056.
Judge, please, Judge, I believe the state is going to, they're going to orally amend the charges to one of willful and reckless driving. We have negotiated terms.
Okay.
Sorry? I can't understand.
What's that name?
Oh, Davila.
Okay.
So there. Anyway, Judge, we've agreed that he'll plead no contest. We've agreed to withhold adjudication, $25 fine plus court costs, cost of prosecution, and he will receive, with the court's permission, 90 days to pay.
Is that correct, State?
Yes, Your Honor. And so 19 CT 3056 is the amendment count 1 to reckless driving according to statute 316.192.
All right, thank you.
And count 2?
Also will be no prosper of the count.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sir, will you raise your right hand to be sworn?
Do you solemnly swear or affirm the evidence you shall give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Will you state your name?
Jose Davila Silvera.
Mr. Davila Silvera, did you hear the terms placed on the record by your attorney in the state?
Yes, sir.
And do you have any questions about those terms? Do you want to accept it?
Yes, sir.
Are you pleading guilty or no contest? And that's no contest to the amended charge of wanton reckless driving. I have a plea form in front of me. Is this your signature on this form?
Yes, Your Honor.
And by signing it, you've indicated that you've read it or it's been explained to you.
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand all of the rights listed on this form?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand that you're waiving those rights by entering your plea today?
Yes, Your Honor.
And we were set for trial, and you understand that by entering your plea, we're not going to have a trial.
Correct.
Okay. Do you understand that your plea will be used against you in a deportation proceeding if you're not a United States citizen?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you under the influence of drugs, alcohol, or medication?
No, Your Honor.
Have you ever been diagnosed with a mental illness? Are you satisfied with your attorney's advice?
Very Honor.
All right. Has he done everything that you've requested?
Yes.
All right. State, any additional questions?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Casassa, will you stipulate to venue and a factual basis for the plea?
I would, Judge.
All right, sir, I'll accept your plea, find it knowingly, voluntarily, and intelligently entered upon a factual basis and in your best interest. As to count 1, the amended charge of reckless driving, I'll withhold adjudication, impose a $25 fine plus all court costs, including cost of prosecution. I'll give you 90 days to pay. If you need more time than that, you'll have to work out a payment plan with the clerk prior to the end of 90 days. And then an announcement to count 2.
Yes, Your Honor. 19 CT 3056 is state announcing no cross count 2.
All right, very good. All right, so we're going to have you step over here to be fingerprinted. Thank you, sir. Where's the button?
There's no button? Oh, maybe right there? Is that it? On the right next to the monitor? Oh,
It is.
yeah. I never know which one you can see, so let me see. Okay, good.
Okay, give me one moment.
Yep.
All right, looks good. Okay, and Mr. Casessa, you have another case with us today?
Derek Kyler, Judge. But we want this to still remain set for tomorrow. The state and I've had some discussions this morning. I told her that we're having a witness issue. It may or may not involve a code test. In any event, I'm anxious to get rid of this thing. So I told her I will speak to my client, get back to her by 11 o'clock this morning to let her know whether or not we will accept the offer we just talked about.
Okay. State ready for trial in the event that there's no plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, we'll leave it set for tomorrow for trial at 9 o'clock.
That would be 2A, Judge?
2A, yes, unless something changes, but it should be 2A. All right, All right, let me go to Mr. Fayette. Good morning. You've got Richard Thomas Fitzgerald, case number 20CT62.
Just, we have an agreement with that. I'm doing that as a clean extension. I've already sent it to him, so I could get the overnight back. If you could give me, I don't know what day you have anything in the morning, if you could give me a couple days, if you said it Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I'd rather be Wednesday or Thursday.
Or we could just put it on the next pre-trial.
I'm fine with that. I don't know what the state's position is with that.
Can we set it on the next plea date or special set date that you mentioned next week?
I'm out of town next week, Judge.
Oh, sorry.
I'd rather keep it on a regular docket. We could put it on the criminal motion docket on March 30th. Is that acceptable? All right, March 30th at 9 o'clock for a plea in absentia.
Thanks for your time.
All right, thank you, Mr. Fayette. All right, that brings us to Ms. Fish. Good morning. First case you've got is Ronald Jeffrey Williams, case number 20CT436.
Good morning.
Good morning.
This would be a plea in absentia. However, our client will not be in town until the 17th. Are we still able to take it today? If we have to go to probation on the 17th. I mean, I have a plea, I filed it. We'd like to take it today, however, he won't be in town until the 17th to go on probation.
All right, give me a moment to pull that case up. What's the state's position regarding checking in with probation if we take the plea today?
We have no objection.
Okay. You said March 17th,
Yes.
right? So it looks like the terms of the agreement are 12 months of probation, may terminate early after serving 6 months, provided all conditions have been satisfactorily met, a $2,000 fine, a 10-month driving license revocation, must complete the appropriate DUI school, undergo a substance abuse evaluation and follow all recommendations, no possession or consumption of alcohol, no having alcohol in the residence, no entering any establishment that primarily sells alcohol, such as bars, taverns, saloons, or packaged liquor stores, random testing at their own expense, complete a victim impact panel, a two-year ignition interlock, a 10-day vehicle impoundment. All court costs, including costs of prosecution, would be imposed. And I would order that the defendant check in with probation by the end of business day, March 17th. Okay, hang on one second. Has the state had an opportunity to review the plea in absentia forms?
Yes, Your Honor, they're accurate.
Okay. And Ms. Fish, will you stipulate to venue and a factual basis for the plea in absentia?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, I'll accept the plea in absentia, find it knowingly, voluntarily, and intelligently entered upon a factual basis and in the defendant's best interest, adjudicate guilty and sentence as previously stated. Give me one moment to review that.
They're just like, no, I don't have it yet.
Oh, you don't
Sorry,
have it
I wasn't sure we were taking a plea or conceding it, but it also has a citation attached.
What would you like to do with the citation, Ms. Fish?
I request that we merge and dismiss it.
All right, so ordered.
I'm sorry, what's your full name?
Monica Fish, FISC.
Oh. I'm not ready, Judge, I'm sorry.
You're ready?
No, no.
Oh, you're not ready. Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, should be terminate early after 6 months. Did you get the 10-day vehicle impoundment? Okay. That's correct. All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, and then Ms. Fish, you've got one other case, Richard Alfonso de Luna, case number 20 CT 567.
Yes, Your Honor, we have requested a continuance. It does not object. I emailed you a proposed order. The reason why is because we would like to use an expert. I was having an issue watching the video. We need to review some things for the client.
Okay, I do see where I signed an order granting the continuance on Friday. It doesn't look like it's hit the court file yet. And I believe I continued that to March 31st at 9 o'clock and canceled the jury trial for tomorrow.
Then I'll just set that.
Okay,
Okay.
all right.
If we don't have Fernanda Stuckman.
No, that one already fell off the docket.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, Ms. Fish.
Judge, can I be called?
Yes, go ahead, Mr. Verderamo. You're actually next up.
5 minutes. First of all, I have two on the docket. Alex Chalmers is the first one. Judge, we reached a resolution. I got an offer about 2:30 on Friday, and she lives in Tampa. She's 8 months pregnant, so instead of having her right now, I'm doing it.
Sure.
I don't have it back yet, so we can set it.
You think March 30th is enough time?
Oh, absolutely. I could have it at the end of the week.
Okay. Any objection to setting it for March 30th at 9 o'clock for a plea in absentia?
No objection.
All right, March 30th at 9 o'clock.
The case size is Jason Williamson. Judge, we received discovery. Actually, I'm sorry.
It's 20 CT 1742.
We received two witnesses, one of which is a material witness would be a 911 caller, the other one is a dispatch caller on Friday. State also filed a motion. I spoke to Ms. Santini this morning, kind of fleshed out the issue on the motion. I'm going to ask for a continuance. I'm contemplating filing a motion to take depots on the witness that they disclosed. And the reason why is when you listen to the 911 call, which I previously had, and compare it to the sworn statement that I received on Friday afternoon, there seems to be some inconsistencies. Additionally, there was a separate individual in the car. I want to possibly listen to find out who that is and possibly list that person as a witness as well. So this all materialized at about 2:30 on Friday. We received the information and I'm going to ask for continuance on Mr. Williams' case.
All right, any objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, so we'll continue it to March 31st at 9 o'clock.
Thank you, Judge. Have a good day.
All right, thank you, Yuchi. All right, let me go to Ms. Human. Good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor. Elizabeth here on behalf of Darren Frizzy, 20 CT 1397. I actually sent Your Honor an email, actually sent to Julianne over the weekend. I had a misunderstanding on the COVID scheduling protocols as to the jury trials will only start on Tuesday. I thought that meant each trial could only start on a Tuesday.
Oh.
So as a result, I have a trial in Lee on Thursday. So I spoke to Mr. Casassa. He is checking to see if he's available Tuesday and Wednesday. I would anticipate my trial will only be one day. So I'd be asking if he is willing and he is available, if I could go on Tuesday, if his case would be proceeding on Wednesday, or if it would be a push to the April trial cycle.
All right. What's the state's position?
No objection to that.
What? All right. So you're ready to go on Tuesday?
Yes, Your
Okay.
Honor.
Mr. Casassa, any objection from you if we take Ms. Human's case first?
Judge, my secretary is actually getting therapy on her foot this morning. I'm waiting for her to get in the office. I know I'm clear tomorrow. I don't know if I'm clear Wednesday or not. So
Okay.
I'm going to let Ms. Human know as soon as possible, but as of this second, I don't know.
Okay. All right. So for now, we'll leave both cases set for trial for tomorrow morning. And if you both stay in contact with the state so they know which case we're going to try first.
Of
You
course,
want to
Your Honor.
surprise me, Judge.
Your Honor, if for some reason Mr. Casassa is not available on Wednesday, and we are at that point, I don't know how slowly or how quickly these trials are moving. My concern is if I go Wednesday, that it's going to bleed into Thursday when it's supposed to be late. So at that point, I don't know if the state has any objection to pushing this till April.
No objection if it works out that way. Of course, we'd like to go tomorrow.
So would I.
Mr. Casassa, what about Thursday? I mean, could we set your case on Thursday if it doesn't resolve?
Well, again, I was all ready for tomorrow. I don't know right this second, but it's still possible mine will resolve tomorrow.
Sure. Sure.
I will
Okay.
make sure to keep the lines of communication very open.
Very good.
And I
Let's do
appreciate
that.
the court's understanding on that.
Okay. All right. So we'll leave it set for tomorrow at 9 o'clock, and then we'll kind of play it by ear today and
Thank
see
you.
how it goes in the morning. Okay.
Your Honor, I have a question.
Yes.
My officer will be getting off at 6 a.m. tomorrow, so can I stay, like, if we start, our openings usually starting after lunch, is that how we're scheduling?
I guess it depends on how quickly jury selection goes.
So.
Some jury selections have been quite
Depends
slow,
if the jurors lie.
right?
I just wanted, would it be a safe time to have them here?
I don't know. You'll have to work that out with your officer.
I'll just tell them he can sleep all day.
Okay.
Thank you.
All
We
right.
will
Thank
keep
you,
in
Ms.
touch.
Human. Thank you, Mr. Prizzi. All right. That brings us to Mr. Gorman. Good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor. Thomas Gordon from Lawstown Day. We have two cases. The first one is Juan Barco Jr., 20 CT 2016. Direct trial.
Right. State ready?
The state's understanding was that this was to be set for next week.
That's correct. It's
Um,
currently set for the 16th.
Yes.
And as a result, I haven't had a chance to talk with the witnesses, but obviously I know we said that we were ready for trial, so
So you're still ready?
this, like, yes.
Okay. All right. We'll leave it set for Tuesday, March 16th at 9 o'clock. Now, as soon as I know from Judge Monulich whether or not he's going to have a trial go or not, I'll let the parties know.
We're back at the judgment.
Correct.
Your Honor, I don't know if this was wrong. I thought it was the state's understanding that we weren't gonna have any trials next week due to, not enough coverage in the office. I don't know if you were aware of that.
No, I never made that promise.
I'll just double check. I just know that was my understanding.
All right. And then that brings us to Nicholas Patterson, case number 20 CT 1967.
Right trial.
State still ready for the 16th? Okay, all right, so Patterson will be number 1 on the 16th and Barco will be number 2. that's where we're at. And I'll keep everyone informed as to whether or not we're going to have a jury.
Understood.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Mr. Gorman.
Thank you, Judge. Have a good day.
Thank you, you too. All right, that brings us to Pablo Veronica Chino, case 20MM1508 with Mr. Pinella.
Morning, Your Honor. This is Michael Pinella here on Zoom.
Good morning, Mr. Pinella. Mr. Pinella, I had, I think I had, or my judicial assistant had originally said that your client would be present via Polycom. However, your client is in the red zone at the jail, which means they're under some type of isolation. So your client is not present.
Okay, thank you for letting me know that. I didn't know that because we had communicated with him over the weekend, but perhaps something changed. Okay. Just so Your Honor's aware, we've reached a resolution in this case, and we would like to enter a plea as soon as possible. I recognize he's not here. Do you have any indication on when we would like to do this then, or how the jail's doing those protocols?
You're going to have to contact the jail on that because I'm not sure.
Okay.
What we can do is we could go ahead and put this on the next pretrial, and then what you can do is contact the jail to find out when they would be able to move your client to the jail courtroom, and you could enter a plea on a 215 docket. I have no objection to whoever the first appearance judge is to hear that.
Okay, I understand. So basically, figure out when he can get out, coordinate it on a first appearance docket, and plea him that way.
Correct.
Okay. All right, I'll set that up. And then what's the next pretrial in case something goes wrong?
The next pretrial is March 31st at 9 o'clock.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. That's all I have.
All right, any objections, State?
What was the date you offered?
Well, we're going to continue it to the next pretrial date, but he's going to try to get his client on a 215 docket for a plea whenever the jail is able to move him.
Understood. So we set on 331, the pretrial?
Yes.
Okay. No objection.
Okay. All right. Very good. All right. Thank you, Mr. Pinella.
Thank you, sir. Have a great day.
All right. Thank you. You too.
Andrew McGann.
I think I signed Jose Martinez Rentanera, case number 20 CT 1507. Let me pull that up. I think I signed an order. Let me pull up my email. I do have one of the cases that was set for today, but it fell off the docket somehow, but it's set for tomorrow for trial. It's 20 MM 666 Myler Dume, or Doom, D-U-M-E. I have a signed stipulation from Ms. Breamy and Mr. McGann to continue it. So I'll go ahead and file that now. It'll cancel tomorrow's docket.
You want me to add to this topic to do this?
Yes, please. And then let me see about that other case. Has the state had any contact with Mr. McGann on that case?
With Dume or the Renteria?
Renteria.
Yes, we were emailing on Friday, but I haven't heard back since Friday.
Okay, give me one moment here. Do you know who's going to be trying Mr. Casassa's case or Ms. Human's case?
It'll be myself and Mr. Rapp.
Okay, for both?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
And Your Honor, I did just ask Mr. Stewart about next week, just to confirm that I explained her everything, and he did say that we are, that we do have serious staffing issues next week, so we're asking her to continue on any of the trials set next week. I understand that was my bad to set that when the attorneys were ready.
Well, you'll have to file the proper motion.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. McGinn just emailed asking for his Zoom login. Can't find it.
We have Mr. McGann present via Zoom. We are here on case number Jose Martinez Rentenera, case number 20CT1507. Good morning, Mr. McGann.
Good morning. Sorry for the confusion. We did receive a amended plea offer of a reckless driving charge on Friday afternoon. So I would ask to continue this case just one more time in order to discuss that with Mr. Martinez Renteria and go over his options.
All right. Any objection? All right. So we'll continue the case to March 31st at 9 o'clock for pretrial.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you, Mr. McGann.
Thank you.
All right. Anything else to come before the court this morning?